Morning folks, another beautiful day in London. It's going to get warmer as well. Right, oh, I've got to put a bit of tape over that. Where is it? This just gives a lovely border for these paintings. Oh, that's okay. Right. Oh, my palette, status of that. I'm going to have to change the membrane soon. Still pretty moist. Right, so we've got cadmium yellow ochre, cadmium red, ultramarine, bit of burnt sienna, and black or Payne's grey, and white. So there we go. That there. Right now, I'm not sure what I'm going to paint, but I'm going to use that brush, and I want to use. Well, maybe I should use this lovely large brush. I haven't used it for a while. And a brush for texture. Well, there's a nice textury brush. This one is quite an expensive brush. It's a Winton. Newton. Don't know what the size is. Doesn't really matter. Right, so I'm going to put in a. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. Sort of a sea picture. Let's just start. Give the brush a wet. Both here. Just a nice large brush, bit of cloth. Somewhere along the line I've lost my little clock. I had it for years, and I might have knocked it into the my waste paper basket, and it's long gone. Anyway, skies, a bit of sky, and a bit of Payne's grey, bit of the ultramarine, a bit of white. So it's a lot of water, this brush. It's a, but I'm going to just put in the basic stuff with the brush. This is really lessons how to free up your painting. I've been sort of trying to do that for a long time. This series of paintings, acrylic paintings, in this folder or book, it's really opening up a new way for me to paint. Freestyle. You can make it up as you go along. Let that dry a little bit. You can just keep putting layers of paint on until, because it dries quickly and it's can be opaque or transparent. You can paint like watercolour with it to a certain extent. The acrylic will bleed like a watercolour, but then stop. But you'll find that out when you do the painting. Well, there's a bit of ochre. Oh, that's a bit of green gone in there. on, doesn't matter. It's quite opaque, quite transparent, this one. But I want to, that's got a bit too ochre-y. Just use a watercolour there. I hope you're not getting fed up with doing these paintings, because what applies to free expression with your painting or in your acrylics also applies to oil. But oil is a different beast. It dries very slowly. As you use dryers like liquid or fast drying linseed oil or something like that, you can really acrylic can perform the same as oil or watercolour. It's extremely versatile, and its great attribute is that it dries very quickly. But that's also its downfall, because you don't always want it to dry quick. But it's having fun with painting, and I really got fed up with doing more representational stuff. I've done it for so long, but now I'm really enjoying my painting. Looks like a skyline, doesn't it? We could develop that. Look, just like a grey over that. Well, I quite like that. I'm going to go in this foreground. I'm not sure about that. I'm a landscape painter, so I don't really want to put buildings in. But when needs must. So I'm going to. Well, I'm a great believer in using the largest brush you can get away with, but I'm going to go with that brush. Chinese brush, number 12. The number only really refers to this particular brand, or any brand, because the number 12 here is a lot smaller than this was probably a number 12 as well. I mean, a difference. So there we are. So let's get something on that horizon. Too much water on that. It's spiky. But now I can change all this because I've got a solid line there which I don't really want. I just got carried away. But you can change very quickly. I might put some breaks in there. Right, let's go back into my original brush here. These two are just about the same state of decrepitude. Right, let's use this brush. I'll give it a wet, and we'll put in some grassy meadow. Touch of red, bit of white. Just putting the paint on. I've got no idea where this is going. It's just good fun. I'm enjoying doing it. Well, this is quite transparent, which is good. Pretty colours. Right. This is the odd part. Is where do we go from here? What do we do next? Get this big brush out. Shake out all the water because the water will get into the ferrule. Look, it's running down the pad of the brush now. So that contains water. Right, let's do some green. The idea comes as you progress, I find. Because all of a sudden you get an idea of what you can do with a certain passage. You can change a bit. I might even put a stream in there. Let's get some nice colour in here. I'm sort of addicted to my these brushes. They are quite magical. I know this is quite easy. I'm not putting any detail in. I'm just doing suggestions. You can just follow it where your brush goes. Just the standard trees now. I'm beginning to like that, but I still want to get some more colour into that foreground. I mean, it's just. No, I'll try this one. Just a bit of stipple. I quite like that sky. I'm still thinking of what I should do, how I should go. Look, it's all more or less all dry now, and also as the layers build up, it creates a plastic surface, and hopefully it creates a plastic surface before you overdo it in the wet stage and take the surface of the paper off. I did that yesterday, I think, well, yeah, I did. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just a case of making marks on paper, really. With a brush like this, you can't fiddle. You can just use it like I'm using it. Get these different layers in. And we need that those dark tones there to counter change against all this light. Now, this reminds me now of the boardwalk in Malden Hall Park on the River Wandle, which I love. We cycle along it every Tuesday. We did yesterday. But there's a part of the boardwalk where there's a pond that's been created, and you're looking over the marsh grass, especially when it's cut, to the trees on the horizon. Although I brought these nearer. But let's carry on with some. This paint's drying quickly. A bit of red. Don't like that. There's a ripple in the paper there, so we can exploit that. There's a bit of burnt sienna in there. Lots of colour. Bit of green. So I look at it, I don't think I want to put a pond in. Could warm that up a little bit with that reddy colour. Ready as in it's ready to use. Now we want some more light on that horizon there. Alright, we'll put some darks in there. Like some shadow, so let's have a bit of blue, red. No, I'm just creating or trying to create an illusion of detail. Don't let the picture do all the talking. Right, let's get some good yellow in there now. Bit of white. Alright, let's go back on that sky. I quite like the background now. Just let that go off a bit. We've got this big lump in there. How long have we been doing? 22 minutes. We'll try to finish this before 30 minutes. Let's just oops. Right, just so you can see it. It'll all come together when I take the masking tape off. It'll look a bit different. All right, use this brush. No, that's not good. Straight over that a little bit just to reduce it. Just put some character into the sky. Bit of red. Bit pinky. Right, okay, that's. I quite like the sky. Right, and there's no detail in that whatsoever. It's all suggestion. I'm going to take the tape off now. So mute your sound, otherwise I'll have to stop the recording. So hands over ears, ready, go. I'm just going to warm this up so the tape comes off easily. Well, I might have to do this again, but let's just carefully. So if you take it off too quick, you can tear the surface of the paper. I'm not sure how good the quality of this paper is. I've never used it before. It's seagrass, something. It's an English or British paper, British made. See, this is a bit. Oh yeah, we've got. It's taken some off. You can see. Ah, crap! Down there, this paper. But I'll give this a varnish. A good coat of varnishing on it, but it's really dry. It's tearing. Good. Right. Going to see an old friend later. Well, in an hour. He's a brilliant flamenco guitarist. But it all came to an end in the lockdown when the venues shut. But he's done many things in his life, from business seminars to famous companies. But he's a wonderful copier. He can paint exactly. Photographically, he does portraits of his family. He's marvellous. But the one thing he really wants to do is paint like me. To go from fabulous still life, exact, beautiful, to rough stuff like this. This is what he wants to do, and he can't do it because his brain's so used to doing exact things. He was a graphic designer, book illustrator, but he just wants to loosen up. So I'm going to take this book, my book here, with all these new paintings in, and hope it inspires him to get loose. That's what he wants to do, paint loosely. I want to paint like you, Dave. And I say, no, you're beautiful. You produce beautiful work, as you do. Right, is that everything there? I could, what I usually do is to put some figures in there, just across the horizon. I'll do that. I'll do a red one, or a reddish one. Yeah, that's a little figure. That's just somebody walking across. It's a nice dark pink there, isn't it? Almost alizarin. Oh, maybe do a bit of a white one. I'm going to scrap this bit of paper when I've finished with you. Oh. That's horrible, that one. We're going to take that out. Just went a bit too fat. Ah! No, it's right on the paint. I'll put it somewhere else. I'll put him here. Ah, the brush has let me down. Try a rigger. Clark's rigger. There's such a yellow in there. Just to focus the eye. Bit more yellow. Okay, so there we are. Because okay, I'm going to put a. No, that's the only detail and it's only suggested that I'm going to put in, because you take your eye to it, then you can go around the rest of the picture. Right, okay, thanks for watching, folks. See you soon. Bye bye.